Boxing truth here. Now, there's a beef going on between Dan Rafael, the writer of ESPN, and Billy Joel Saunders. But Saunders looking like a bitch right now. Dan Rafael has been exposing his ducking and cherry picking, two of the ultimate no-nos for a prize fighter in boxing. Dan Rafael has reported on numerous fights that has been turned down by Saunders or Saunders' team. Fights like Curtis Stevens, Danny Jacobs, Gabe Rosado, David Lemieux, even a Willie Monroe. All these fights were turned down. That's been reported by Dan Rafael, and he's getting this information from the source, from the people that are doing the negotiations in Golden Boy. Golden Boy has been telling Dan Rafael that he's turned down fights with Willie Monroe, Gabe Rosado, and also a Curtis Stevens was turned down. So, what the fuck, Billy? You ain't doing shit. You just a chump of the WBO, a paper champ. Been holding that belt hostage. It's been 8 months since your last fight. You still don't have a fight scheduled. And why does the WBO still have you as a champion? They ain't making no money off you, bro. Because you haven't fought at all this year. You still don't even have a fight scheduled. Don't even want to fight anyone decent. Who the fuck ducks Gabe Rosado? This guy won't even fight a gatekeeper. A Rosado, a fighter who's pretty much past his best days. He's faded, even despite him being 30 years old. It's been a lot of tough fights. Has been stopped. Didn't look particularly good in his last fight. And this was the perfect opportunity for Saunders to get good exposure on the Canelo undercard, which is now he's not going to be on anymore because he wouldn't accept any of the opponents Golden Boy was offering him to be on the undercard of Canelo Smith. And had he took this fight, he would have gotten a guaranteed shot at Canelo later this year in December on regular HBO. And for whatever reason, according to Dan Rafael, he turned down this fight. And he's stating he's going to fight in September regardless, whether it's on, it's not going to be on the Canelo undercard, but he's going to fight in September. But Golden Boy wanted to build this fight up between you and Canelo. They wanted you to come to America, fight on the big stage at Dallas Cowboy Stadium, introduce you to the public, especially to Canelo fans, of who you are, that you hold a strap, and then possibly have a good performance against an opponent that you shouldn't be scared to fight in Gabe Rosado. Now, he could still possibly get this fight with Canelo later in the year because he has something that Golden Boy and Canelo wants. He has a strap in the middleweight division. And I'm actually a little surprised that Golden Boy's matchmakers might pull the trigger on this fight with Saunders, because stylistically, it can be a tough fight, but Billy Joel Saunders is showing no balls right now. This guy's turning down fights left and right, ducking like a motherfucker. Pulled out of a cherry-picked fight in Matt Bursock back in April. And he's just not feeling confident in himself right now, coming off this long layoff. 8 months of inactivity. Will be 9 months by the time he gets inside the ring. So he wants a soft touch, a hand-picked, cherry-picked opponent within the top 15 rankings. So he doesn't want to face punchers like a Stevens or movers like Willie Monroe or experienced fighters like a Gabe Rosado or David Lemieux. He wants the easiest opponent possible so he can get a guaranteed win and then most likely get the fight with Canelo. But now that he turned this opportunity down to be on the undercard because he wouldn't accept any of Golden Boy's opponents, who knows what's going to happen later in the year. Perhaps you can still get the fight with Canelo, but it's not a good look when you had a guaranteed shot at Canelo had you took the undercard slot and fought one of Golden Boy's fighters, one of the fighters that they wanted you to fight, in order to build this fight up as much as possible before the fight is made between you and Canelo. But you're looking like a chump. A lot of boxing fans are going in on you right now, calling you all types of names: a fag, a pussy, a ducker, a cherry picker. The fans have no respect for you right now, Billy Joel Saunders. and neither they and right now they shouldn't have any respect. As Dan Rafael is exposing, you're ducking and cherry picking. This is Boxing Truth. I'm out.